of the Nerdy Bird side here. I get the opportunity to sit down with the one and only Mr. Huggy Bear of Baton Rouge.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
He's a very hot designer from right here. He's pushing a lot of new stuff with the brand. But I'll let you guys hear from the horse's mouth. Go ahead on and tell everybody a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the brand and how Nahledge came to be, because it's a very, very dope line.
Alright, what's really going on, how it came to be was, man, you know, I was at work and I was really kind of tired of 9 to 5s. You know, I was going to school engineering and I'm like, alright, cool, I'm gonna get this degree, still working 9 to 5 for somebody. You know, a lot of, you know, turmoil was going on within the city. And I'm like, man, you can't say what you want to. They got gag orders coming out, people above. This is not a good scene.
Right.
You know, if you want to speak your mind about certain topics. So me and a couple of my friends got together and said, how can we have, you know, another source of income or a platform to really talk about certain things, or, yeah, or give a dope message out. So man, it really jumped from, you know, a bar room, you know, making all kinds of different things to we just rock the clothes, because, you know, I do the design, a partner of mine, you know, he dress fly, so we ran that. And we just started like this because we was all young at the time and we had a lot of knowledge going on, so we started, you know, how the hood kids that, you know.
Right, keep it relatable.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Now, when you think about Nahledge, not only as a clothing line, not only as a brand, but when you think about the direct message that we are sending to the kids, because I know that it is bigger than you.
Yeah.
I know that when you talk about Nahledge, when you think about Nahledge, you're not just talking book sense. You're talking street sense, you're talking economically, so you're talking about the applicable manner.
Yeah.
So when you talk about Nahledge, when you give advice to the younger kids, whether they want to be designers or artists or musicians, whatever so have you, what do you want them to take so far as Nahledge goes?
Knowledge-wise, man, what I want them to take from it is not just, like you said, it's not just books. It's not knowing, you know, how to hustle. It's not just having bread. It's about knowing how to apply it to certain situations. Because, you know, we spend $2.4 trillion on bullshit, so you can't say we ain't got the bread for it. You gotta know how to apply it, man. You gotta start small. Some people, they shoot their video straight from their phone. And as the video get popular, they get a little more bread, and then they escalate. We all can't just hop in and say, shit, I want, you know, all this. You gotta work for it, you gotta grind. We grind for the wrong things. Redirect it towards something, man, you'll see a whole plethora of things blowing up in our favor, you know, especially with the youth. That's what I'm aiming at, you know, young cats.
I think that's so cool that you put yourself in a position where you're able to relate on an everyday basis, where people can see you and say, okay, he's been through certain things, he's experienced certain things, he understands the culture.
Yeah.
But he also has a positive message that says, because I've been through this, because I've seen these things, I understand that it takes this to make the difference. And I think that's very cool. And one of your wristbands right here that says, know your history, has a kind of cool hidden message behind it too.
Yeah.
You want to kind of tell everybody where that stemmed from and why that was such a big thing for your line early on?
Really, these wristbands was really important to me. That's why I always keep, like, I got like 20. I'm just not even doing this with mine, because a partner of mine that really stemmed the idea. He just started, the slogan was know your history, but you know, the word's capitalized. When you look at it, it'll say know your history, but it's like know our story. The whole point is you can't know your history without knowing our story. And that left an imprint on me. Was like, man, you know, we bigger than what people seeing. So I'm like, man, we gotta do something instead of just whining, you know, saying, hey, people let me be great. Like, nah, I'm gonna bust the doors down. I'm gonna do it myself.
Be great,
I ain't got time to wait on handouts. I'm gonna get it myself, you know, with the team.
That's what's up. When you go to handout, I'm like, yeah, I'll take it.
Hey, we gonna work together on it, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, knowing that you do have such a positive message, not only in your person, but in your clothing line, knowing that the fall line is something that you're waiting to execute come 2018, do you have a time frame for when you'll be dropping this fall?
I do have a time frame, but I like being, you know, kind of mischievous. You know, that's a little tactic. I don't really talk about too much. I just kind of drop stuff.
Just let it happen.
Like even on, you know, some partners, they be like, man, where you get that from? I just rocked it today. Just saying what to pop off with it. So, but what I can give, I got definitely the varsity jackets. That's coming heavy. I'm doing just, you know, a little different. I work with a lot of other artists collabing, you know, putting everybody in my group on. Yeah, so anybody rocking your knowledge, you're gonna start seeing a whole lot of different collabos.
That's what's up.
There's a lot of hot stuff.
Now, I know a lot of designers look at photo shoots and promo models and different ambassadorships to be able to kind of get their clothes out there for people to actually see so far as streetwear goes. What are your tactics right now? What advice can you give to upcoming designers so far as being able to get their clothes out, get their brand out, and get the people to know who they are and associate them with their clothes?
Stop being greedy, be humble, you know, shouts out to Kendrick. Be humble, man, you know, don't be afraid to ask for help. Because if you starting out, man, you gotta realize you're gonna have a whole lot of money or a whole lot of time.
Right.
Everybody ain't blessed to have a whole lot of bread. So if you ain't got bread, you working. So you gotta realize you gotta reach out to somebody. I do that all the time, very humble. Hey man, you know, you popping right now. Is there anything you can help me out with what you did? So that's really the best thing, is just find out what you like. You know, find out who got that. Reach out to them. You DM him, you see him out there, man, just holler and be humble. You know, trying to work with some people.
Now, are you looking to do photo shoots so far as getting the fall line out? Now, I'm a big, like, I'm a varsity jacket fan. I'm like really a tomboy when it comes down to getting dressed. So I love throw on a muscle shirt, a varsity jacket, and some everything here.
I got them.
I can't wait to see what's coming with the Nahledge line. And I think a lot of the symbols that you guys use are really cool, because when we talk about our story and our history and the everyday bouts of our journey, a lot of people don't understand or respect the mentality of the culture. And I think it's very cool that you found a way to directly put it in their face in a very tasteful manner, to the point where you can't do anything but receive it.
Yeah, that's the whole point. You can't unsee something, you can't unhear something. Like, you know, you could, once I throw it in your face, man, it's already there. It's dead game. But what I can say I'm dropping is, I've already dropped it, but it's still subtle. I got a spiffy line. That's a subsidy of young knowledge. So that's really where it's gonna come in for the younger urban swagger. Like me, I'm only 25. I'm an old man at heart, man. I don't, you feel me? Joggers, t-shirt, sweatshirt, all the extra fly stuff, you know. That's for the young cats, so that's their whole spiffy line. So you're gonna see that popping up all over the place. I'm not even gonna, you know, set a date to it.
That's what's up now. I know that you make both male and female clothes, but do you focus in designership on one area more than the other? Do you kind of try to keep a healthy balance between the two?
I definitely want to keep a healthy balance of the two. Okay. You know, so like I mentioned earlier, I'm definitely, you know, looking for so who I aim for is people who's up and coming, you know, the people that's already settled and established. I would love, you know, their help, but I'm looking for people who trying to get started, so like I said, I can build up the youth. So if there's anybody who's, you know, trying to get into my, you know, they got some designs, they got scribbled up on paper, they don't know where to start, holla at me. I don't care if you got one pitch, but I think it's dope and it's something we can run with. We can be part of the team just like that. Real simple.
That's what's up. So being such a genuine person, being such an open, self-expressatory person, understanding that knowledge and power kind of go hand in hand, not only in business but everyday life, which I love the message that you guys are sending over at the Nahledge clothing line. What's next? What are you pushing?
Oh man, I'm pushing the music industry. I'm really just trying to get my hands in everything, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Warren Buffett that said it. I might be wrong, but you know, the average millionaire. So don't quote me. You know, I make mistakes, but you know, the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. You know, I'm trying to dabble in anything, real estate. You know, buying houses, buying homes. You know, dabbling into the after-school programs, all kind of things. Just anything that help build up the community. So definitely we're ground level at. You know, and I just push out through that.
Cool.
Like I said, I can't give out too much.
Yeah, we gotta keep some of the exclusive, but that's what have nothing to talk about next go. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
So I greatly appreciate the fact that you came through and dropped off a package for me. I'll definitely see y'all. Check me out, because y'all see me in my Nahledge gear.
Definitely. Some hot breast cancer stuff coming up for next month too. Watch out for that.
Watch out for the pinks. I know a lot of you guys will be looking for pinks that have meanings to them. I'm telling you right now that Huggy is coming out with some very exclusive things that tie directly into our mentalities, but also our everyday experiences. So, and one more thing, you know, I kind of let you wrap up from there, but I know that, again, knowledge is such an important thing for you. It's a huge part of your message. It's exactly what you're kind of trying to relate to your audiences. But in the negative bouts where knowledge is concerned, do you have any advice for the youth that are having a hard time understanding or distinguishing what knowledge is good knowledge and what knowledge is knowledge to be left alone? Because there is a difference and people don't understand the healthy mind.
Yeah, now this is my cup of tea right here though, but I ain't gonna get long with it or nothing. But the thing is with knowledge, man, don't don't treat it like it's cement. Don't act like it's something, you know, bam, this is it and that's it. Every day you're gonna learn something new. Right. You're gonna learn something today that might make a whole lot of sense. You know, 3 months from now, boom, some of those contradictions, you know, it's just more information. Don't settle in on something. Don't focus on one person preaching that message, because power get to people. You know, focus on that one person, you might miss out on all the other intellectual blessings. And what comes with the negative side is you preaching the wrong message, you preaching one side of a message, you know what I'm saying? Or knowledge, very powerful. You can go around and, you know, start your own cult somewhere because you just lost and you don't know how to apply it to something, man. It's all how you apply it. It's really like a sword. Right. You can defend yourself with it. You can hack up your friends with it, trying to be helpful. So it's a weapon you gotta very much take seriously.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that specific type of insight, because a lot of people don't have the mentality to actually look at it as such.
I went through that, so that's how I know I went through something like that personally. But
okay, now I appreciate that. Now, I hope that they appreciate it too. Now, tying into your social media, where they'll be able to tune in to directly be able to contact you, whether that be for model, whether that be for merch purchasing, or whether that just be for your everyday journey as an artist and an inspirer. You can go ahead and kind of tell everybody where they can tag in for you.
It'll be Instagram, Facebook. It'll all be the same thing, you know, add YUNGNAHLEDG, you know, simple like that. Or you can just hashtag YNG Inc. That's the simplest way. It'll pop up on all my social media. YouTube channel, expect videos coming soon, you know, all kind of different things. So anyway you see my face, man, you're gonna see just something popping up around. Just
be ready.
Yeah.
Be ready for the knowledge. Just dropping heavy.
Yeah.
Just dropping heavy. Now, we do appreciate you giving us the opportunity to sit down and chat with you. Now, we really greatly appreciate you coming through and hitting us with some gear. We're going to make sure that we rock that for you, so the city gets to see exactly what our young creatives are coming up with.
Yes.
We appreciate you guys for tuning in with the Nerdy Bird and Antidote.com. We ask that you take the time to keep tuning in right here with us as we continue to drop the real.